Hey guys, I think my Wi-Fi is going crazy, so hopefully this works. But hey, my name is Lizzie, in case you guys don't know me. I am a plus size mom, 202 to some beautiful boys. And I'm also like a plus size mom on a health journey, and I like to help people on their journey to better. And that includes a lot of different things. And one way is I want to help people on their personal brand journey, finding themselves, finding confidence within themselves to, oh no, I got a baby that lost a passy. This was mom life. Like, this is actually part of a brand, and I might have to even bring the baby on the video. Oh, do you want to come with mama? You want to come with mama? Come here, baby. Oh, wait. Oh, oh. The toddler will probably be waking up soon. If you're hopping on, say hi. I got the new little baby, which he'll be 3 months in like a little over a week, like a week and a half. Like that's crazy to me. Um, but I like to help people figure out their brand because I feel like I have really honed in on, hey Caitlin, on finding my brand. And this is important. Even if you do not care to build on social media, this is an important life skill. A lot of people think, oh, that's only for celebrities or like influencers or people who want to be on Facebook and like, show their life. Like, that's not me. This finding your brand will help you find your life mission, will help you find your life purpose, will help you make more connections in your life. And so it's really, really important because your personal brand is basically your reputation. It's what people think of when they think of you. Are you a good person? Not only like the personal things that you do, the actions that you take, but what are the things that you're passionate about, right? So I'm going to go over a couple of things that, like a couple of different tips on how you can find your brand, what your brand is, how you can use this to up level yourself in life in general. Okay. So going forward in life to find growth, to build community, to build relationships, you have to build trust. Three-fourths of Americans, 74%, right under 75, 74% of Americans trust someone with a solid brand. Okay, number one profession being doctors. 61% of Americans said that the number one profession that they needed to trust that had a strong brand was their doctor, because that's a high level of trust, someone that's doing surgery on you or something like that. So depending on what kind of relationships you're trying to build, also rely on a strong amount of trust. Trust is built with consistency. Your brand is something that is consistent with who you are as a person and who you are in life. Okay, and I want you guys to practice this. Okay, write this down if you are on a mission to finding yourself and trying to understand what your brand is, and see it in other people, because once you start seeing it in other people and recognizing patterns, you'll be able to start identifying it in yourself. So I want you to make a list of people you trust. Okay, this might be a teacher, this might be a mentor, it might be your doctor, it might be your best friend, your mom, I don't know. Make a list of those people. What do you know about them? What is consistent with them? You probably know their work schedule, right? You probably know their passions, their hobbies, their kids' names, what they like to do on the weekends, what kind of foods do they like, right? You trust them because you've got to know them. People have got to get to know you to know what your brand is, all right? And we also trust people we learn from, which is also why, like, I try to come on here and educate and help others and teach the things that I know, because people build trust on learning something valuable, right? That's how I find trust in what certain people say. Is if I find what they're saying valuable, I'll tend to trust them more. Okay, and I also tend to recognize if I see something that relates to what they do, what they've taught me, I think of them. If someone sits there and teaches you how to play guitar, you're probably always going to think of that person when you think of guitars, right? Something in that sense, okay? Um, and also your reputation, aka your brand, keep that in mind. If the word brand scares you, if that makes you think, oh my gosh, like that's like, again, for celebrities, influencers, like that is just not something I care, to be a part of. Think of just your reputation. You cannot control your reputation. You cannot control what people think of you. You cannot control what people say of you, but you can influence it. And that's all you can control is the influence and who you are when no one else is watching as well. That is also what your brand is. Who are you when no one's watching? It's also not who you know. People used to say, It's not what you know, it's who you know in this world, right? Well, especially in the digital age, but again, oh, sorry, the phone's on 20% on TikTok. Um, it's really about who knows you. It's really about who knows you. Because if you are wanting to gain trust, make sales, make connections, make these relationships, working one on one with people, they got to know who you are. They got to trust you. They want to spend money with you. Your reputation is always going to be more powerful than your revenue, than how much money you're making, how much money you're bringing in. Your reputation, your brand, who you are on the inside as a person, and who you are and who you portray yourself to the world is always going to have to come first before you worry about making the money. And that's where I'm at in my business. And I'm seeing growth, but I realize I've really got to work on servicing people, right? And that goes into some of my next points is like, so where do you begin? Where does someone really begin trying to figure out this brand? Well, truly, when you come down to it, when you think of the mighty question, the mighty sentence is finding your uniqueness and exploiting it to service other people. I don't know if you guys watch me consistently. I think you would understand what that means when it comes to me. Typically, I'm coming in crop top. I'm not right now. I know my face is really flushed because it's like hot in here, but I'm also cold because I don't have socks on, so I'm like wearing this thin little jacket. But y'all know, normally I would come on and like my shirt's propped up, like I have my hair in a crazy bun. I'm dancing. I'm talking birth stuff. That's my uniqueness. I exploit myself, and that's not a bad word. I exploit my uniqueness. I show it to the world, and I'm being myself authentically, and I'm using it to serve other people, to empower people to be confident, empower people to love their body, empower people to take better care of themselves, empower people to advocate, to be there for themselves, right? I exploit my uniqueness. And sometimes I think the hardest part is finding your uniqueness, okay? So you have to sit there and think, what is my purpose? What is the problem I want to solve? Ask these questions to yourself. I'm going to give you a list of questions to ask yourself, okay? What fires you up? What pisses you off? What breaks your heart? I have this listed because I didn't want to forget these. These questions had my mind like, oh my gosh, because it made so much sense with what I do in my life. What makes you angry? What makes you cry? What makes you uncomfortable in this world? And I mean things that are happening, not just something that probably happened to you, something that you relate to, obviously, is how it becomes a part of your brand, part of your life mission. But what is something that is going on that you're just like, I'm not okay with that happening. I want to make a difference. And it makes you sit there at night and think, what can I do? Y'all know, for me, it's the birth stuff. It's helping other moms, helping women in general. I'm a women's advocate all around the board. I sit there at night and I think about it. It makes me angry how the system is set up to treat us, right? That's God's divine design. That fire, those emotions, that pit, right? The thing that keeps you up at night thinking, like, what can I do? How can I help you? Like, that question. You were created to do something about that problem. And you have a mission to go help find a solution. Because there are people that are, I feel like, okay, I'm not sitting here preaching, that's not what this is, but I feel like people like having those thoughts at night. What can I do? What makes me so angry that I wish there was a change in the world? I know, ask yourself these hard, weird, uncomfortable types of questions. um the reason that's put on me or on you or on whoever, because everybody could probably have this feeling, right, is because there's somebody else out there that are in what the shoes that you used to be in, that need to hear something that you have to say, which ties all back into it, that you are the most powerfully positioned person to serve who you once were. And that's what I've also been implementing for myself. I've posted about it in videos that everything I'm sharing, I'm trying to serve who I needed to be, who I needed in my life 5 or 6 years ago. The person that showed me that I could be confident, the person that could show me I could get my health on track, the person that could show me that I could overcome infertility, the person that could show me I could change my life. That's who I needed to see a couple years ago. And so, and then also with the birth stuff, I have all these plans and visions of creating some some books and guides and stuff to help moms, for something I wish I would have had before I had children, that I would have had just right there in front of my face. And so when it comes to yourself, your brand, your mission, your purpose, your life, whatever, think of who you used to be or who you are now and who you're looking for guidance. Embrace that, become that person, start researching. What is it that you like to look into, research, and also to give you credibility, what have you had results in? Do you want your passy? Do you want the passy? What have you had results in? Okay, so for instance, um, and you don't always have to have results to be sharing this, but it gives you that credibility long term if you're trying to figure out where can I help people? What are the problems that I can solve, right? What are the solutions that I have to these problems? Ask yourself, where have you had results? So for me, I've lost almost 100 pounds. So I'm getting to this point. I've been a little anxious to um, start doing some more one-on-one coaching with my clients where we're like getting on Zoom calls, going through their goals, trying to kind of work through whatever obstacles they have when it comes to food. I've actually been really, really nervous about it because I was like, I don't feel like I have enough credibility. And now that I'm getting to almost 100 pounds, like I'm literally right there. I've been teetering all of the same pounds whatever. That's not the point of this video. But I still have had that credibility to show I can lose the weight. I can keep it off. I'm working on overcoming food addiction every single day. And I know that I have not the solution, but I have ways to help. And there's problems and people out there that need that help. And so that's why I'm finally getting to that place where I know I have the credibility to do that. And every single one of us have went through a problem that we have now a solution or help or guidance or aid to help other people. Every single person on here, whether it relates to what I do or not. And let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I have all this in my head, but I'm like, I have all these notes over here on my computer. So think about your passions. Think about what's important to you. Think about that. Again, that will always come before money. You need to find out how to serve people. If you serve people, if you come from a heart of, gratitude and wanting to actually just help people and say, hey, I've been where you're at. This is where I was. This is how I got to where I am now. Let me show you what I can do for you. That is going to be what's not only going to fulfill you in life, okay? Um, it's, oh my gosh, let me tell you this one thing. Um, you have to be clear. You have to be clear on that vision. You have to be clear on what it is that you needed. Okay, for me, like I said, I needed to see more plus size women embracing their bodies and just being like, I don't care, I am myself. I needed that. I needed to see that. I need that clarity in my mind. Okay, who did I need? Who did I want to become? And that's who I am. And it also needs to be authentic. Don't feel like you have to make up something. This is a ever evolving journey. It's going to change throughout the years, but this is how you get started. This is how you get thinking, get your wheels spinning. Ask yourself these questions. Make those lists of people you trust. Make a list of things that you know about other people. I know we all know someone that is like a horse lover. Someone that is like always at the stables. So every time we see horses, we think of that person. And that's just something small. But that's kind of how branding works, okay? So I love y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hopping on. If you found any value in this, feel free to share, tag a friend, show some love, share it in a group because I know more people need to hear this. There are so many people trying to grow on social media, trying to serve other people and are kind of confused on how. And not only that, like I said, this does not just apply if you want to do this in real life. This is an important life skill just to help you serve and be of guidance to others and find your life purpose and find that passion that everyone wants to feel, in their life. So love y'all. Appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.